This is the first lesson on a series of lessons on Oracle-based SQL. Every application, website, or software relies on some type of database to store its information, so knowing SQL can become a very valuable skill when it comes time to extract that information for whatever purpose. Setting up a database on a Mac or PC can be time-consuming and quite difficult sometimes, so we're going to use this platform called Schooled. There's no setup required, and we can get started learning the lessons right away. So let's get started with the first lesson. We're going to start off very basic here. We're going to start off learning the select statement. The select statement is one of the most common statements used when extracting information from a table in a database. So let's say, for example, we have a users table with all our user data, and we wanted to extract all the records from our users table. To do so, we would just use an asterisk. So for example, so as you can see here, I did the select statement keyword, an asterisk from the name of the table. And the name of the table here, in this case, is users. Below you can see I returned all the columns and all the records in the users table. So the user ID, the name, the email, and password columns with all the records below. So for example, let's say we wanted to only select one column from our users table. To do so, we would just need to know the name of the column. So for example, so here I did the select keyword again, the name of the column I want to extract from the name of the table. So in this case, I wanted to get the column name from the users table. So below you can see the only data that is returned is the column name and all the names in that table. And we can do this with interchangeably with any column that you would like if you only wanted that specific column. So say we want to select multiple columns from any given table. To do so, we would just need to know the name of the columns and separate them by a comma using the select statement. So for example, let's say I wanted to extract the name column and the email column from the users table. So here I did select keyword again, the column name, comma, the column email from the name of the table, which is users. And below you can see I just returned the column name and the column email with all the records in the users table for those two columns. So the order also matters here. So if I did select email, comma, name from the users table, you would see the email column first and then the column name. So if you want to do even more than two columns, you would do the same format. You would just separate each column by a comma to add additional columns to extract from any given table. So let's recap on the three lessons that we just learned. So the first lesson, we extracted all records and all columns from any given table using an asterisk. So select asterisk from the name of the table. The second lesson, we just selected one column from a given table. So select keyword again, the name of the column from the name of the table. And in this final third lesson, we learned how to select multiple columns from any given table. So you would do select the names of the columns separated by a comma from the name of the table.